This is Bortopla Talk Show, and the hashtag is Refugees Connect around the globe.
When you get there and you're a teenager, there is a mixture of so many cultures. So some engage themselves in negative works and some engage themselves in positive works. But literally there, so many kids are studying and some are dormant, they're just there seated, some get married. Yeah, that's how life is. Doing all this for our nation. We're doing all this for the better future. Yeah, for Africa, for the whole world. So I just love studying. I just love studying. I would have also dropped out like any other person, but because of the grace of God and also that zeal, I'm still going on, and I want to help also those people who are privileged to also have that opportunity.
Okay, dear Bortopla viewers, she is Grace. I don't want to take much time to talk about her, but she's doing tremendous job. She's from Uganda, and I met her here in Kenya. So much more, she's gonna talk about herself. Grace, I want first to introduce. I said you are Grace, just that, or Grass, but I want just a brief introduction.
I'm Mutoniwase Grace. I'm a Mnyamlenge lady. I live in Uganda, but I came from Congo. I'm a humanitarian. I'm a founder of New Hope for All Uganda. It works in Nakivale.
Nakivale, for people who don't know Nakivale, can you try to describe it or to locate it from Kampala?
Nakivale is a camp for refugees which is located in the western part of Uganda. It is when you come from Kampala, you reach in Masaka, after Masaka, Mbarara, after Mbarara, then you go to Isingiro. It is in Isingiro district, so that's why we find Nakivale camp.
How is life in Nakivale generally?
As you know, all people living in camps, life there is not so easy. The area is a deserted area, and life, those people are people who've lost everything in their lives, so life is literally very hard for them.
It is difficult.
Yeah, very, very.
There are people, if they don't have something to do, they have to do something else. How's the life of people, young people there in the camps? Are them involving in some things that can boost their life to another level, or that one day will bring some positive fruit on their lives? Are they active in something?
Literally, yes, because a camp is a place or a society that combines many tribes of people. There are a very huge group of Somalis, there are Wanyamlenge, there are these other Congolese that speak Swahili, there are people from Masisi, there are Rwandese. So you see, when you get there and you're a teenager, there is a mixture of so many cultures. So some engage themselves in negative works and some engage themselves in positive works, but literally there, so many kids are studying and some are dormant, they're just there seated, some get married. Yeah, that's how life is in Nakivale.
So how it comes, the initiative of Hope for All? Tell us from how you had that initiative, and tell us what do you do, who are you in that project? Are you the one who initiated that, and what made you starting that?
So I'm a founder of New Hope for All in Uganda. So the initiative of I founding that association or organization, we came from different parts of the world. So I was living in Congo, and then when we joined that country, Uganda, we're not living in the camp before, we're living in Mbarara. It is near, from Mbarara to Nakivale, it's almost like 2 hours or 1.5.
It's in urban place. Mbalala, it's an urban.
Yeah, it's an urban place near Nakivale. So when we got there to that refugee camp, because they were like, that's where all refugees go, they introduce themselves and then you're counted as a refugee in that country, and we're also refugees. We went there. Reaching there, I saw how people live, how life is so difficult for children, and then mostly for the orphans who've lost every parent. When you're having two parents, the mother can stay babying the kids, and then the father goes looking for how to improve their standards of living. But then here, there is only one parent looking after those kids. And you know, we've lost our people during these civil wars in Congo, so it was really hard. I was like, when I grow up, I was really young. I was like 10 or 12 there. I was like, when I grow up, you know, when you're a kid, you'll be having so many dreams. You'll be like, when I become big, I'll be having money. I was like, when I grow up, I will try and help these people, the orphans and widows. So that's how it became. It's like, I can say it's a passion. It's a passion within me. I grew up with that thing till now. When I was about 18, 19, 20, that's when I started doing so with my own money. Then when it was 2018, I was like, let me put this in public. I was like, let me found New Hope for All.
So that other people can also contribute.
Yeah, so that I can give a chance. You know, there are these people who count it as a blessing giving away. So I was like, let me give a chance to also these people who want to work for blessings in their life, so that they can help me and we help raise these kids. You know, when a kid doesn't go to school and she's becoming a teenager or he's becoming a teenager, he starts engaging themselves in so many negative work. So I was like, let me at least do this so that I can prevent all these, most especially early marriage that is so common in our culture and tribe. Yeah.
So are you just supporting your orphanage, orphans, or also other people who have parents also can also benefit from your program?
No, for now we're just dealing with orphans and widows. But I think as we grow and become a bigger organization, we shall also reach out to the needy. Yeah.
So what are the programs that you offer to young people from the refugee community, yes, but orphanage?
Okay, what we do, because these are the people that are living in a protected area, we can say we can build an orphanage for them because they're already counted as refugees in a refugee camp. That can be what we do. We support them by paying their school fees, because there are so many government schools there, public schools in the camp that are for free, but then there are not these good schools. You go there, you study like any other kid, but you're not motivated to go on and be in good schools in high school. So we remove them from those schools, take them to other schools, try and pay their fees, and we also do other stuffs, but then they're not our priorities. Yeah, we are supporting the education, like we're enhancing it. Yeah.
So what message can you give to the refugees around the world who are hearing or who are watching this, just as a word to encourage them and also to style up what they have?
We all refugees, and our status can't stop us and we become mediocres. We have to focus and see beyond what we see with our own eyes, because there is a better future for us. There is a better tomorrow for everyone in the world. Like, a person who is living in their own country is also having the same chances as a person who is a refugee. And what we are supposed to do as refugees, we should lift our soul. We should help others who are still under, because we're having these refugees who are having now a better life, and we're having also these refugees who are still under in those camps. So we should try and help them, and then those ones who are being helped also, we should also have our own dreams and make our own priorities in life and focus on something, so that we can also do something, and maybe one day we shall go back home and develop those places with the knowledge that we got from these countries that we've been living in.
Apart from your initiative, Hopeful Or, do you know any other programs started by young people in the camp there who are just also impacting the lives in one way or another?
Yeah, there is one guy, but he doesn't do it as a continuous project. He just goes like in January, then comes in December, goes in May, and he does different activities in the camp, but he doesn't focus on one. He's just doing, like, if God enables him to buy clothes for kids or another community of people, he does so. If God enables him to pay school fee, that's what he does. Yeah, he's not focused on one thing, but that's also nice. If I get sponsors, of course, I'm still looking for them. I just want people to help me enhance the education, because that's what we're already doing. If like today, if I'm having 120 kids, I want to help more and more kids. If we're helping primary kids, then we should also go on and help the high school kids and even those who want to go to the university. Yeah, thank you.
People that you have helped, or the people you are still helping. You know, there are some you have been helping, probably they have finished the level of education that you support. Can you tell about it?
Yeah, for now, you see, we've spent 2 years. This was supposed to be the third year working as New Hope for All, but we've had these COVID times, and it's almost a year in Uganda out of school. The only people who are going to school are the candidates, those in P7. So it is a very hard time for me to say I'm with this number, because some have got married. Yeah, those are the news that I get. They tell me, oh, my daughter got married. So some have told me they got married, and some have dropped out. Those who are in P7, they're no longer going. So, but before we had 98 kids.
That you support?
Yeah, 98 children that I support.
Do you do in a daily life for just being courageous and also spending your resources just to support those other kids? What do you do?
Of course, I don't work alone to say that I use my resources to support those kids. I have people who also want to work for Blessings that work with me, and I thank them a lot. But I'm a student. That's what I do in Uganda. I'm just a student.
You like education so much, that why you started in education area?
Yeah. I just love seeing young kids. You see, I've been talking to some people lately. I was like, you see, the generation of our fathers was better than the generation that you're about to have, because the generation of our father had that zeal of wanting to study and go further and know more things. But then the generation that we're having today is the generation that just wants to work for this little money. And there is someone who told me, and was like, if you go for less education, then you live a less life. If you go for less things, then you're going to live a less life. So I was like, if I can at least help 100 kids, and out of 100 kids, 30 of them continue and then have a good education and then become a better future for our nation, because we're doing all this for our nation. We're doing all this for the better future. Yeah, for Africa, for the whole world. So I just love studying. I would have also dropped out like any other person, but because of the grace of God and also that zeal, I'm still going on, and I want to help also those people who are privileged to also have that opportunity.
A message to our viewers who have different perceptions about refugees, and also give a message of encouragement or just an advice to the refugees community who are watching us through this platform.
To those people who don't know what refugees are, of course, we are people from different countries. There are those from Somalia, the ones that I know, from Sudan, we from Congo, from other so many countries of the world. But refugees, these are people who've lost totally everything in their lives. There are people who've lost their parents. There are people who've lost their properties. There are people who've lost everything in the world, but they are still moving on by the grace of God. So try be good to them. Try live with them safely, and these good people that I've ever came across, because you know, a person losing everything in life, but you're still going on with your life and still pursuing your dreams. That's a very great thing. And to the viewers of Bortopra, I thank Bortopra first of all for hosting me today. What I can tell all the refugees in common, let's work hard and then prove all these people who are having negative perceptions about us, prove them wrong. Let's work hard, become as if everything is normal, because if we've lost those things, we're also having a future. We should work hard for the future generation and for the well-being of our lives. Thank you.
We cannot live in the past. Let's remember what we went through, but focus on the future, what we want to be, then live the present. That's what I would like to say. Thank you very much, Grace, for your time to come and share with us what you are doing for the refugees. This is Bortopla Talk Show, and the hashtag is Refugees Connect around the globe. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.